Hello, people of the world. Today I'm doing something a bit different. I built this zombie apocalypse mock thing because I got bored. Not because I got bored actually. So the reason I built this was two reasons. One, I have been sorting a bunch of my Legos and some of the bins of like sorted parts are starting to overflow, and I realized I haven't built anything system related recently. I've only been building Bionicle stuff for the stop motion series. And so I figured I'll build something with system parts, right? To use up some of the pieces that are overflowing out of my bins. And while I was trying to think of something to build, I was watching The Walking Dead, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to build a zombie mock. This isn't based off any particular thing from The Walking Dead, but yeah, zombie mock. I might make a series of these to like show like a slideshow story of zombie stuff. And so since I thought of that idea, I decided this would be like as the apocalypse starts, sort of. So like in The Walking Dead, for example, there are scenes when they'll like walk through an area and there'll just be tons of parked cars that have all been abandoned. I was thinking how one of those like traffic jams with all the cars get set up, right? And so I'm using skeletons with like different colored body parts replaced to be all the zombies. If I do make this a series of mocks, there are 6 main survivors so far who will be part of that. There's these 2 people here, this guy down here, this guy up here, this guy wedged in the corner, and this little girl up here. There's sort of like little mini vignettes throughout the place. I guess the whole thing is kind of a vignette. So overall, what's happened is there are a bunch of cars trying to get through, but then some cars got abandoned, such as this one or this one, and then the whole truck just came through down another street, flipped over, blocked the street. There would be another building right here. I just didn't build it for obvious reasons, so it would block the view. There's nothing inside this building. It's just blank on the other side. It's what's it called? Facade. That's the word I'm looking for. All of the cars are custom built, although most of them are based off instructions of official sets, just because I've never been good at building vehicles. This yellow one and this one are 4 wide. These are 6 wide. This is 8 wide. Or the cab is 8 wide. Actually, or is it 6 wide? Actually, the cab is 6 wide. Oops. So I have a mix of a 4 and a 6 wide standard, just depending on what size I need, what parts I have available at hand. If I do make this a series of mocks, I'll reuse the cars. Now we'll get into actual little bits. I'll start with these 2 people up here. Upon realizing their path was blocked, also imagining off camera all the zombies are way over in that direction in the city. So these 2 people got out of their car so they could go on foot to keep going because they can't drive through this, obviously. But when they got out, all the zombies swarmed them, and so this guy has a gun. Like, have the idea this is like a husband and wife pair type of thing. And so they're up here trying to get swarmed by zombies. I would not trying to get swarmed by zombies, trying to escape the swarm of zombies. I would have added more zombies to just this whole thing, but I only had the parts to build a couple. So I just used them sparingly. And then next thing is this cop. He has a shotgun and a walkie-talkie on him. What I would probably do for the next one in the series is what I'm picturing in this scene is he just came out of the cop car, right? Like he just now drove, like just after this crash, or maybe just before, he drove the cop car up, hit that zombie to crush it, and runs out of the car and starts shooting at these 2 that are running for him. This one's sort of, oops, that gets messed up really easily. This one sort of came out of the space between the truck and this flipped car. That car got flipped by the truck, by the way. So he's radioing into the police station, right? Which would be further down this direction. But this car, the big tanker truck, it's not tanker truck, cargo truck, has blocked the way. And so has the walkie-talkie radioing into the police station, check if anyone's there, if they can let him in, if anyone knows what's going on, etc. If I make this a series of mock after this, will probably be the police station. My dog just came into the room. I'm going to go close the door. Okay, well anyways, so, yeah, police car mock. I only could find 2 of these white things, the other side has them changed up a bit. So if I use the same car in future mocks, I'll always just have one side facing the camera. Similar thing with these two. These are only half of a car. Like, for example, it's only half of a car. Also, the roof was caved in because I couldn't find a windshield. And also, it fits the little scene better. Well, I guess I'll keep going counterclockwise. So there's a little combination of things up here. So this is supposed to be an apartment building. It would extend further that way and further backwards. But this is the main entrance to the lobby. And then there's some balconies up here, right? And so I just put gray bricks there just because I didn't feel like designing an interior. And I couldn't find another black door to put behind him. So this blue car, right? The reason it's up on the curb is because the lady driving it tried to get around this car when it was back here. But the car wouldn't move, so she got stuck trying to get around it. And then zombies attacked her car. So she made the dumb idea of getting out, tried to run inside the building, but got overtaken by the zombies and is getting eaten. Now the zombies have gotten through. Some of them that were eating her went through and have now infested the whole building. And so because of that, this guy's tried to get out. And so he had a back. He's the only person here who actually brings stuff with him. He built a whole backpack. Was in the lobby with a bunch of other people about to leave when the zombies got in through the open door she made. And so they're eating her. They're like infesting the rest of the building. He came out up here. And then when he tried to jump off the balcony, the zombies climbed onto her car and started trying to get at him. So he used a knife and strapped it to a chair leg and is trying to stab them to get them out of the way so he can climb down and escape. And then that's also why there's a lady getting eaten down there. Now over here, with this guy, so he would have been like trying to get home. He would also live in the apartment building. He would have been trying to get home before this crash, right? So I was thinking like, I'm going to zoom out a bit more, show you. I was thinking he'd be like coming down this street, right? And then he'd go try running across the street. He'd see that or then he would see that like door has been blocked. So he would think, okay, I'll try to get around to like a side window to get in through there, like through the alleyway back here. Or actually not an alleyway, it's just a whole other street, but there would be another entrance or something there he would try to get in through. And so, but right as he starts going in that direction, the semi-truck comes through, knocks everything over. And so he tries to squeeze between this car and this car, and then when he realizes he can't, he turns around and there's a zombie right there that pins him there. And so all he has is a pocket knife and he's trying to push it back. But there's someone who got crushed by the car, someone got crushed by this truck and their arm fell off. That's where there's this blood and this arm holding a machete. And so if he could push his zombie back enough to get the machete, he could kill it and get away. The machete is not related to this guy right here who is also getting eaten. I would have added more zombies here eating him, but I didn't have enough. Oops, this zombie it's hard standing them up in like the... Yeah, this that guy's getting eaten. Just before so he and his daughter would have been in a car like over here somewhere, and then when they realized this came through, they couldn't get around, they ran up to it. He boosted his daughter up there so she could get away, and then when he tried to climb up, that zombie got him and now he's got ripped apart, right? And so his daughter is freaking out that her dad is getting ripped apart. Meanwhile, she doesn't realize that the truck driver has turned into a zombie and is climbing out, coming for her. Also, the truck driver has a different zombie head than the others. I might make that something important in future mocks, but I don't know. Also, there's a zombie falling out of the back of the truck. Who knows? That could also be important to the storyline. Also, like I said, this is half a car. This is also half a car. Actually, that part's not half, but this segment, I'll pick it up anyways. That's only half. Or it's missing a whole wall and a whole, I only had 4 wheels, so the other half has no wheels. Also helps it lay down flat better. I'm just going to adjust some things. Okay, and then, so the reason this guy is now running up here is he sees that the girl is about to get attacked by this zombie, and so he's trying to get past these zombies. I'd imagine there'd be another, 2 or 3 more in his way. I just didn't have enough. I'll probably order more on Bricklink or something, and so he's trying to get past them to get to her, to get her attention before she gets eaten by that one. And then eventually, hopefully all other people left will survive, and then the cop can lead them to the police station. That would be the next mock in the series. I don't know when I'll make that. It might be in a few days. It might be ages from now. I'd probably have to take this apart to make it because I only have one big gray base plate. Also, I would have made the streets dark gray. Like, I would have put dark gray tiles over them. I just set everything down before I realized that, and I didn't feel like raising everything up one tile just to lay dark gray down. And also, I probably don't even have enough dark gray tiles to do all that, so I just left it as is. And yeah, that's this. And this video gets like no attention. I probably won't make sequels, but if you want to see sequel mocks and like make a continual zombie apocalypse vignette series, then please like the video and subscribe in case I make more of these. Yeah, cool. Auf Wiedersehen.